Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and we're doing a best of three Strixhaven draft here. Alright, rare Baleful Mastery, so 4 mana, exile a creature, planeswalker, or 2 mana they can draw. So in a pinch, if you're going to die, you can pay 2 mana and they draw. Putrefy, cheaper but multicolor, so it also deals with... Alright, they can't regenerate, an effect that doesn't even exist anymore, so you don't have to worry about them doing that effect that isn't even in this format. But probably go with the Mastery. It's pretty nuts, actually. Just the two rares are both just really solid removal spells. Other cards in here worthy of mentioning. I really like this Pledge Mage a lot. This card is a nuts little common. Flying and Lifelink is a great choice of abilities. I like the Tome Shredder. It's got good synergies in this format. Spectacle Mage makes things cheaper. Blood Researcher, good with the pests. The Trudge is cool. You can get it back. And it's a 4/2, which is a decent body to get back from your graveyard to your hand, too. So I like that. All right. Things in black. Well, we've got Agonizing Remorse, which is a fine card. I typically don't love discard in Limited. However, this one is pretty good. I probably am going to go Heated Debate, though, just because hard to go wrong. Uncounterable, so it gets past Ward. 4 damage, instant speed, creatures, planeswalkers. Take your pick. Is Rakdos even a color? Rakdos isn't even a color pairing in this set, though, is it? Oof. That might be a problem. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it is. I think there's only... That's tough. This is a cool card, too. Ramps and gives you... And Golgari is definitely a deck. But I can't take it over Heated Debate. I mean, this deals with everything. Maybe I don't play one or the other. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I think we're just going to go Heated Debate. Get some instant speed removal. Never look back. All right. Choice now. Well, another Heated Debate. I'll probably take that over the Eliminate. Deals with more things, presumably. Tough to go wrong with it. Counter instants and sorceries, and then you can... This is probably more of a constructed sideboard card. Wormhole Serpent, I think, is actually deceptively good. Good blocker, and then it just can make stuff unblockable for winning the game in the late game. Beaming Defiance, good combat trick. Hexproof, buff it. Curate, just a way to generate Magecraft, get a little bit of card advantage. I like the Colony. I like the Spectacle Mage. Spirit Summoning is a good lesson. But let's go Heated Debate. Tough to go wrong with that. Good removal. All right. The pick now. Well, can take the Summoning. It's a lesson. 5 mana 4/4 is not terrible. This is actually probably pretty nuts. The duality of this is actually really good. Like, Spit Out a Treasure definitely doesn't feel worth a card, but the upside of making 2... I don't know. I like this. I'm feeling it. Otherwise, I'm doing Rakdos, which I don't even think is like a supported clan. Man, that's tough. Because I don't think Gruul is either. There's only like 5 supported clans in this set, isn't there? That makes it a little tougher. Well, I have the Heated Debates. Maybe we just take the Masterpiece and be happy about it. It's a one-time ramp effect, or late game, you can get some... I think it's worth it. Shock. Gotta love Shock. Tough to go wrong with that 1 mana removal. I like Pigment Storm too. Spirit Summoning's fine. The Campus would be good. But let's go Shock. 1 mana, 2 damage any target. Kill your opponent with it. Never look back. I like it. Well, looky here. A little split second action. That's pretty nuts. Could just do Pop Quiz. Fine card. We don't currently have a lesson, but we can find some, and this draws a card. Not bad. It's instant speed. Otherwise, I could take like a Mentor. I think Pop Quiz is fine. If we don't end up with lessons, it's worse, but I'll take it. I think Izzet's good. All right, Befuddler is fine. What else is... Burying Books, some removal. Doesn't teach, but can do some cool tempo stuff. Or Fuming Effigy. We don't have any synergy with it yet, I don't think. No, we don't. Maybe Berry over Befuddler. Befuddler's kind of cool. The fact that it's 2 mana, 2 power flash, like, the reason I like Befuddler, and I think it's probably an okay card, is that 2 mana, 2 power flash really means it's almost like a 2 mana deal 2 damage to a creature without flying, if you think about it that way, which isn't bad. And on top of that, it can attack and randomly make things weaker. I think it's probably an okay card. I guess we just take the campus here. Man, it's a late Pledge Mage. There's a lot of white in here. You know, I might be able to shift gears. I could see potentially shifting into Boros. And this is one of the better cards to get for it. Just the flying alone. All right. There's a lot of white in there. I'm going to... Yeah, and then we get another one. Can take the Shredder too, but no, I'm going to take the... Actually, Shredder might be a good idea. In case white doesn't work out. But that's, I mean, Pledge Mage is pretty sweet. It's also double white. We might not we still could end up Is It. I'll take the Shredder. I think the Shredder's slightly weaker than Pledge Mage, but we're for sure red. And we think we're probably white. So Befuddler or Summoning. Well, we don't have any lessons, and we do have Pop Quiz, if that works out. So that's probably a safe card to do. Just randomly get a 5-drop 4/4. All right, we can take the... All right, there's some late blue in here now. I actually like Enthusiastic Study. Also Learn. Serpent is good, but we'll take the Study. Get the Learn. I got some learning to do. Can do Access Tunnel. I don't think it's a bad card. I imagine it can win the game sometimes in a pinch. We take the commons to Splash Baleful Mastery. Probably don't need to. I'll do the Tunnel. Copy things, exile things. Probably just Effigy. We don't have any... No, we have the Tome Shredder, so we already have the synergy. That's good. Ageless Guardian just cut white, but we're not playing it. Shield Mage is much better, but we'll cut mono white. Okay. Saw the late... Oh, and then we just open a... Okay. Yeah. What? Counterspell's in here too? I don't think Counterspell's better than Galazeth Prismari in this kind of... In, like, cube, straight counter, probably better. But I think we go with this 4-drop 3/4 that makes a... I mean, this card is nuts. And it makes a treasure, and then all your treasures can just repeatedly be used to cast instants and sorceries. This card is nuts. Yeah, all right. We're ditching the white plan. I'm off of it. We're on to... I could still splash the black removal, but we'll see if we even have to. Probably not necessary. Yeah, we're taking Prismari. That is crazy. In the same pack as Counterspell. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's just 2 nuts cards in there. All right, Tome Shredder number 2. Adept is a looter. Breakthrough is actually a pretty reasonable combat trick. And I guess it ramps us towards Masterpiece. It's kind of cool. We only have... Shredder's probably better. This is a cool card too. I could see spots where that's probably playable. But yeah, I'm going to go Tome Shredder. I like this card. It's proven itself. I think it's good with the Effigy. Wow. Dramatic Finale in here, huh? That one's good. Could take the Pledge Mage. Can take the Campus to fix the mana. Snow Day. Tap things. They don't untap. Draw. Discard. That's pretty good too. This thing can tap permanents, but you can only activate it if you have 8 or more. But it can also... This thing ramps. I think this card is actually really good. Untap another... It's a blue ramp card. Like, that's very, very unusual. There's not a lot of effects in blue that do that. I think we're just taking it. That's a cool card. Bookworm. Well, it could splash it. This actually seems like a card you could pretty easily splash. Could take a lesson. There's Campus Guide. Campus Guide, I feel like is hard to go wrong with. Or we could take the Fuming Effigy because we have 2 Tome Shredders. Campus Guide is nice just because it's a... We don't have a lot of cheap stuff going on at all in this deck. And it just gives you a land in a pinch. There might be more exciting things in here, but I'm just going to get it now. I mean, this card is sweet too. We can get back Shock, Pop Quiz, 2 Heated Debates. Man, that's good too. But it's 4 mana. I'm just going to go with the guide because we basically have... We're not doing anything early, and that's dangerous. Resculpt. Vortex Runner. You have to have 8 or more lands. Could take the Adept. Can sometimes block, and it loots. Or we could take the Campus to splash for white. I think I'm going to take the Adept. It blocks 2 power creatures pretty nicely. Biblioplex. It's cool, but... That's cool. Tome Shredder number 3. Kind of okay with it. They don't work amazingly well in multiples, though, do they? So I could take the Campus. Could take the... Silver Quill. Yeah, probably not worth it. Tome Shredder number 3. I mean, we're going to be up to 9 creatures. Probably okay. Hopefully we get the Effigy back. Alright, got another one anyway. Or we can take the Spirit Summoning. There's a lot of black now. Probably just take the Effigy. 3 Tome Shredders, 2 Effigies. I mean, it's good synergy. First day of class. Well, that's... Curate's probably much better, actually. Or we could take the Fractal Summoning is a good... Fractal Summoning is just a good card. We have ways to find it, too, right? We have that. Yeah, we have 2 Learn cards already. Yeah, we're good. We'll take the Fractal Summoning. I don't even think it's going to make the deck. It's sideboard. Can do the Quandrix Campus. Wasn't there... There was a... Oh, Bookworm was the one I said I could splash. Well, let's take the Campus. Actually, we might want this Historian. Yeah, I like this card too much to not take it, especially in a deck that doesn't have a lot of early stuff going on, because we've got plenty of like late game already. I like the Breakthrough here, because we already have 11 creatures. All right, this is a fine combat trick, and getting the treasure is nice for this. All right, Pledge Mage is a legitimately good card. I wonder if I'd rather have the Campus. I mean, First Strike is tough to go wrong with. I'm going to go Pledge Mage. That's tough. Alright, we'll go Prophecy. These are sideboard for now, I think. There are Lessons. Resculpt. Fine sideboard card, I guess. None of those really matter. Alright, so we're on a pack 3. Calling Ritual. Infuriate. Well, it's a 1-mana trick. Creative Outburst. Wait, what does this nuts card do? It's a 3, 5, 7 mana, 5 damage to any target. Look at top 5, put them in your hand, rest on the bottom. Any target, too. Wow. Well, it requires a lot of mana, but man, it's good. Or we could just take the Heated Debate. Heated Debate might just be better, more reliable. I mean, this is really good. And it can deal it to the face. But it's also 7 mana. You really can never have enough Heated Debates, I feel like. I think we're going to take the Debate. I think Outburst is nuts. But I think we also have a higher chance of getting Outburst back. I mean, honestly, it probably won't come back, but I want to be able to do cheaper things, too. We probably take this Stormkiln Artist now, because we actually have some... I mean, just great synergy with Prismar. Yeah, actually, maybe we should have taken the 7-drop spell. I was worried we didn't have enough early stuff going on. I could actually take the Pledge Mage here, too. But this feels like a decent opportunity to take the... Because we actually do have a good amount of early stuff going on now. Can never have enough 2-drops, though. And this thing probably beats down. I'm going to try out the Artist, though. I've got a decent feeling about it. All right, Dust Speaker I have played. I really like this card a lot. That's a cool card, too. But Dust Speaker is really good. instant or sorcery on the bottom, and then you just get to play cards off the top. And a 3/4 body is not bad either. Oh, that's a cool card. Jeez, that's a way strong card. All right. So we can take Effigy number 3. Where does that put us at creature-wise? It put us at, I guess, 15. We already have 15. Could do the Befuddler. Probably don't need it. Effigy is fine. Burying Books, some more removal. Do we have enough removal, I guess? Shock. Trick. 3 debates. I mean, Burying Books is quite good. We already have 2 effigies. I'll take the Burying Books and consider it. Oh, man. I mean, it's not that busted, but it is a 2-drop 3/2, which is good. Strategic Planning, not that intimidating. Can take another Sudden Breakthrough, or we can take another Burying Books. Well, the Treasure is pretty good for us. Man, now I really wish I'd gotten that. Well, Trickster is evasive and taps things down. It's really tough to go wrong with that. Yeah, I think we take the Trickster. So, I mean, how many learn cards did we get? Enough where do I want another Fractal Summoning? We only have 2, is it? Or we could take another Enthusiastic Study. Already, how many learn cards do we have? 3 or just 2? No, we have 3. I could see taking another Enthusiastic Study, actually. I maybe just wanted the land to fix, now that I think about it. Alright, another Trickster. This gets us back spells, which is good, but Trickster is one of those cards that's too good to pass, I feel like. Fly and tap thing down is way too good. Yeah, oh, well, we got the Masterpiece back. Alright, well, if I wasn't going to get the other one back, I'm happy to get the Masterpiece back, because I think we actually can afford to play 2 of them in here, with the amount of ramp that we have. I mean, we do have 2 studies, and this has double strike. I don't think it's probably going to make the deck. This lets us... Wait, that's white. Never mind. I guess we don't need any of this. Let's see. So we can take the Befuddler. Yeah. Could possibly play 2 of them. Not super likely, but possible. Am I playing the Access Tunnel? I might. I mean, we're not super color intensive. All right. So I definitely did not fix my lands very well, but we are just 2 color, and it's not like we're super in color intensive, and we have Campus Guide, which might not even make the deck. So these are creature spells that also make treasures. Yeah, this is interesting. Probably cutting the Shaman, despite the fact that we've got the 2 studies, which are great with them. It just feels like an easy one to cut. Still want to keep this Kelpie Guide, especially with 2 masterpieces. If I'm cutting more creatures, is it probably the Befuddlers? Maybe I can. Because then we still... could see cutting the Adept, maybe. I mean, I could see looting in case I'm missing land drops. Yeah, and it can block stuff reasonably well. These don't have flying. They're just 4/4s. That's true. But getting 2 4/4s is nothing to scoff at. How many instants and sorceries do I have right now? 12. So we can cut more creatures. We have 3 Tome Shredders as well. I'm definitely keeping the Campus Guide. Question is, do I want the sudden breakthroughs? They both let us pump with Tome Shredder, and they ramp, and they're a combat trick. Pretty good combat trick, too. Maybe I cut the Burying Books. It's not a bad card. It's actually a good card, but kind of like my Learn and Card Advantage stuff more. Yeah, and Learn for us is actually quite good. We've got Summoning, Introduction, and Elemental Summoning. So a bunch of Summoning. We just have 3, and we have 3 Learn cards, so it's kind of perfect. I could see the argument for maybe cutting the breakthrough. Maybe just 1. Where does that leave us removal-wise? We still have 3 Heated Debates. Breakthrough, Shock. Trickster, sort of. We have 17 creatures currently with the Elemental Masterpiece. I could see maybe cutting the Pledge Mage. Maybe 3 Tome Shredders is excessive, but you really don't need more than 1 Tome Shredder. That's the thing about it. I think that's reasonable. Probably just run 2. And then I have to cut 1 more card. I'm doing 2 effigies. Do I really need to do that? I mean, they're kind of cool. Do you have any other way to make cards leave my graveyard? Yeah. Dust Speaker. Continuously. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is tough. Last pick. It can be a creature, or it can be a spell. Or removal was once again Shock. Breakthrough is a trick. 3 Debates. And some Tricksters. It's not a boatload of removal, so it probably is a creature. I could see maybe cutting 1 effigy. Or the Pledge Mage because it's double red. Are we still doing Access Tunnel too? That's a question. I mean, I'm not super opposed to it. I do feel like it can randomly win a game. Especially with Dust Speaker. It's pretty sweet. Could see maybe cutting the Pledge Mage. Just to get rid of all double color spells in our deck. Not that it's super relevant. We just have so many 3-drops already. I don't know. Alright. Color-wise, way more red than blue. Enough to do 9-7, though? Could be. We have the Campus Guide, too, though. We need 1 of each. I probably just run it like this. Alright. We'll give this a try. Is it the only regretful pick? Maybe a Heated Debate over that 7-drop 5 to any target. Look at top 5, take something card, but that's okay. I mean, Heated Debate is still excellent. It's just that card's upside was probably a little bit cooler. But this is a cool deck. So, alright, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Alright, we'll play first. Oh, gonna have to maul that one. This one's a keep. And actually a good hand. This is why Campus Guide is actually a good card. I think we'll get rid of... God, what do we get rid of? Is it Masterpiece? Just because we're so far from it? I guess so. I mean, we have another one in here somewhere, so why not? Ooh, that's a good draw. So we have more... Was it red than blue? No, I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was more red than blue. Uh-oh. Lifelink Menace, huh? That's pretty good. Let's just kill that, because I don't want to deal with that. Prismari with Campus Guide is pretty amazing too. Actually lets me use it to cast more things, which is kind of cool. I think I actually... I'm gonna pre-combat attack with the, or pre-casting the Galzats, see if they want to trade. That's okay, not a big deal. Get the flyer down. Ooh, Effigy's a good draw. So let's get in for 3. I'm going to drop the Effigy and pass. Kind of helped us more than helped them, since we're ahead on the race right now. Two pretty decent beaters out there too. And if Effigy lives and I get to play a Tome Shredder, I get to even exile something. We're also just like a land away from Shredder plus Debate, not even having to sack the treasure because Galazeth Prismari, which is pretty sweet. They'd had enough of that mythic. Wow, Swords of Plowshares? That's a pretty good one. Let's go... Yeah, how do we want to do this? So I think we do Shredder and attack. So this does not make the best use of mana. However, I get to get in. Then next turn I can play Effigy. This is like assuming they have a blocker. Something that could kill Effigy. If they don't have anything for Effigy, it's worse. But if they don't, if they have something that could block and trade with Effigy, I think it's much better. Plus, if they have a removal spell, I'd probably rather them do it on a Tome Shredder than my Effigy anyway. Sure. Ooh, they get to learn, though. What are they going to learn? Alright, Inkling Summoning. Not the most intimidating. Ooh, Shock. Well, Shock's kind of cool. Let's just do... Let's get Effigy down now. And just use Tome Shredder. And the reason I'm using it now is... I actually think it's better to use it now because if they have, like, whatever that Bind Lash or whatever, the +2/-2 card, I'd rather just be able to do it now rather than, like, at the end of their turn, they leave 1 mana open and just kill my Shredder. Oh, geez. Well. Oh, wow. That's a good one. So let's see, can I kill them? So I can go study on effigy. Then I can shock the germ. Or I can go study on shredder. We get in for 6. That can't be better. So we probably do the study. Let's just do that. And we can get... We have 5. So probably summoning is more efficient than fractal summoning. It's probably true. And then we just shock the germ, which admittedly I don't love, but I also don't want to lose my effigy, and we deal a bunch of trample damage, so it's probably pretty good. I gotta be close to draining them out too, right? No, not quite. Getting there. Dramatic Finale is good. Killer Drop Rescue getting back. Ooh, Killian, huh? Killian's Irish Red. Artist is cool too. What do we want to do here? So I can... I guess I just heated debate this. We smash with both. And they go to 1, and then they just die next turn. They have to deal with one of our creatures. First and foremost. Not saying they can't, but they definitely have to deal with our creatures right now. I mean, our creatures are... I mean, they're in removal colors, our opponent. It's definitely in removal colors, so it's not like they can't deal with our creatures, but they have to have it right now, or they just die to Tome Shredder, which is cool. Oh, Day of Judgment. Wow. That's pretty insane. Wow. Well, that's a good one. Well, we can do the Tome Shredder, but we want the Tome Shredder to be a surprise as well. So maybe the Artist first. I mean, either one's lethal, so I think this is fine. Day of Judgment and Swords of Plowshare. It's pretty good. Shaving Laureate's a pretty good one. Killing's a pretty good one. Don't wait. I have access. I was just gonna say I have the access thing, so I can still definitely kill them with that, which is good. So go heated debate. Heated debate. Kill Killian. It's the kinking life. The dramatic finale is what's going to get me. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's just the finale got me now. Finale with the Day of Judgment. And the Swords of Plowshare. They have a sweet deck. A lot of just super high value stuff in there. Well, I guess I take... I mean... That's tough. Because they can put a counter on anything. Yeah, I guess that's... I don't know. Doesn't really matter. They just get a dude. Wait, they only can do it once a turn? Oh, I see. It only triggers once a turn. Alright. Do I go for the surprise Tome Shredder? There's no way that works, right? No, I think I have to play it. Especially if I draw the... If I live this turn, I can still draw the access thing to not die. The land. I am running that land. So that land could actually win us the game, believe it or not. I don't know if we have much of a sideboard, do we? Not sure. I don't have any ways to deal with dramatic finale, that's for sure. Well, we can still win this. Believe it or not. We can still win this. I know it seems crazy. Alright. Didn't get there. I have to go to game 2. Yeah, their deck is sweet. Just super strong stuff in there. I'm not sure there's... Could play another access tunnel, I guess. 2 seems excessive. But it would have won me the game there. We really don't have much of a sideboard, if I'm being perfectly honest here. Fuddler doesn't really do much against 2/1s. So, I think we're going to have to just run her back here. We did have to mulligan, though, and we put up a good fight, considering the good cards they have in there. We'll play first. Yeah, that's good. Both colors, removal, things, stuff, things. So, alright, now at least we can go Shredder here. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Killian's Irish Red, huh? Alright, let's just do the Trickster to get a body out there. Oh, it's a good one to play. It's a tough card to beat. Alright, well, I think we just attack and then nuke the duelist. I mean, I guess we do it on their turn so they can't attack. Not that they would. I suppose we need to kill it. If they want to attack, whatever. We need to kill it. Because if they have a way to, if they have like some means to keep it alive, I think we're in bigger trouble than getting attacked by a 3/2 flyer. In my opinion. So I can do Enthusiastic Study to get Elemental Summoning. I probably have to do that. Alright, well, I probably offer up a trade here. This is not going to work out well for me. I'm surprised they took it. I would have snap blocked there. Like, what could I possibly have that they'd be worried about? Because they get a 3/2 anyway. It's like a free card for them. But I guess I'm glad they didn't. So I can do Effigy instead now. I guess that makes more sense. Jeez, we're getting spit roasted here. Well, I guess we're a land away from Elemental Masterpiece, though. We are ways away from that mattering. So let's get in with this. And I think we just do the study to dig up something here. They had that too, jeez. I don't know what to say. I mean, we're just getting spit roasted here. Nothing to be done. So we heated debate the 3/2. Yeah, that's a good one. If they don't have an answer for it. Turns out Source of Plowshare is a pretty sweet card. Who would have thought? Flung too? Jeez. Yeah, we're getting just absolutely worked here. Oh, that's a good draw. I mean, keeps their dudes at bay. Also lets us play Elemental Masterpiece. What? I mean, I guess it makes sense actually, because they spit out 3/2s anyway. Oh, that's cool. Day of Judgment? Jeez. Mean. Well, not sure what to say. They had the goods. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Yeah, it's a keep. A little bit slow, but gotta keep this hand. I don't think we cashed that out for a treasure, but we're certainly a ways away from it. Could see the argument for doing it. Guess it depends on how pressured we are. It's nice that you can kind of do it at any point. Well, maybe with two of them we do it. I don't know. Shale. Oh, that card's sweet. Oh, jeez. I think we'll cash out one. Well, shock is actually pretty good here. Then at least we can... Yeah, alright. At least we can deal with... Well, I guess we don't have to... They could have actually attacked and then buffed. That's alright. We'll wait. I'll see if they play a creature first. Alright, we'll kill this. Then we can play the Dust Speaker, and they only have one card left. That's not bad. So I'm not going to cash out the treasure for a pop quiz, as tempting as that may be. Poet too. All right. Well, we're still okay. That's cool too. Let's do the Dust Speaker. Then at least we can potentially buy some time here. Like they can attack with Poet. Not that that's that bad. At least they're paying life too. Not the worst. Enthusiastic Study is cool. I think we just do the guide, because then I can at least get a masterpiece down at some point. If we draw a land. And at least Poet right now. They're ahead on the race, but they have to pay 2 life too. It's not that bad of a trade for me. Uh-oh. Shield Mage is going to be a problem, though. Well, makes things tough. Yeah, being 1 land short here is pretty tough. But that's not true, actually. So we can attack and dump this. It doesn't matter. Didn't get a land. Uh-oh. That's okay. Maybe they block. If they don't, it's still fine. We can play some other stuff. All right. Can play 2 Enthusiastic Studies. It's actually not bad. Believe it or not. Guess we get the summoning. Actually, we probably need this prophecy to find a removal. Not the worst, not the best. Oh, that's cool. It's probably just this. That's cool. So, get in for 3. Then we go Shredder. Surprised we're missing land drops here. And then we heated debate the Shield Mage. Pay the ward cost. 3, 6, 8. I mean, we're actually pretty close to lethal, but... Well, let's see if they pay the life, I guess they die. So now I can leave the heated debate for like a blocker that they potentially play. It's probably worth it to just take it then. I mean, it also means I can't do anything to Shield Mage anymore, but... Wow. Alright. Well, we barely beat them all to 5, but we got there. They got a cool deck, though. We played another Orzhov deck. Shale is sweet. Man, Shale's real good. And this thing, like, Imbros, kills things, too. Those are just good cards. Love the Shield Mage. As far as sideboard goes, yeah, we don't have too much, do we? We have some Befuddlers if I want to play them. Which don't really do all that much here. Surprise blockers. Or... No, I think that's it. Burying books. Probably don't need to. I think we're okay with where we're at. We'll try her again. We really don't have much of a sideboard, but we do have some lessons, which is nice. I don't love this hand, but I think we'll keep. I mean, we're on the draw. It's a little land heavy. But at least we can go Historian, I guess Random Campus Guide. Uh-oh, Shale again. A card. I tell ya. Yeah, Shale's pretty nuts. Let's see if they figure out to attack this time first. What? Same turn progression? How mean? How mean can a guy get? So, we probably have to heat a debate Shale once again. They don't know that Shale has vigilance. Unless I'm the crazy one. I almost don't want to read it though, because then if I highlight it, then they know I'm looking at it, and I don't want to draw their attention to it either. It does have vigilance. Oh, geez. All right. Well, we got the punishment there. So, well, that's a good draw. Let's get in for 2 and do Galazeth Prismari. Get our treasure. That's okay. So nice. So we can go land. Trickster. Tapping Pilgrim, I guess. And then we can get in here. And play a Campus Guide, though. Not that intimidating. But we do have enough mana to do our elemental big stuff now, which is cool. We do have some more removal in here. We've got some flyers, so it's not going too poorly. I'm probably willing to double block a Dusk Mage. I mean, my 2/1s aren't doing anything. It does give them a card, but at the same time, it gets a 3/4 off the board and gives me access to a Illustrious Historian. Is it for each blocker, or is it just when it's blocked? Whenever a creature blocks, wow, that's rough. I might need to still block. How harsh is that? Well, we'll see. I guess if they attack with Dusk Mage, I can smash back pretty well, actually. So maybe they can't actually attack with Dusk Mage. Yeah, they agree. Well, Study's a good one, actually. Study's a real good one. So we can smash with everything now, which is sweet. Maybe they take it. It's fine if they do. Doesn't really matter. So Fractal would be a 5/5, 6/6 with Kelpie Guide. That's probably better. We get to draw. We'll do Kelpie Guide. And pass. Spiteful Squad, that's a good one. Can make it bigger too. Oh, they figured out the vigilance. So we can do the summoning, we can do the effigy. Got 7 mana. We'll just get in here. And still 2 lands away from what did I say it was? 7/7 or 6/6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it's just 6. So I think we just attack with the Trickster here. So now we're just land away from Kelpie Guide going off here, which is cool. And the Historian value is actually some synergy with Fuming Effigy, which is kind of cool too. Another Spiteful Squad. Jeez. It's pretty good. Sudden Breakthrough. That's pretty good too. So just going with the Trickster. And pass. And we can do the Historian. We found a flyer. But we have Sudden Breakthrough, so that's actually okay. Do this. Tunnel. Let's just make this unblockable. Just win with that. Alright. Sweet. Alright, we'll see you in round 3. Alright, round 3 we'll play first. Better maul that one. This one we can keep. We'll ditch the... It's gotta be the Masterpiece, right? Yeah, it's probably Masterpiece. Just because I feel like we're going to be far enough away from that where it's not going to work out. Whereas at least with the Kelpie Guide, I can get into Artist and probably Dust Speaker territory the next couple turns, so that seems good. Heated Debate. It's a good one. So now I can do turn 4 Dust Speaker. Potentially exiling to play more things, possibly. Oh, I definitely would have attacked there if I were them. So I have to remember I can untap anything with Kelpie Guide. Because I'm so hyper focused on the fact that it can untap lands. It's actually much better than that because it can untap any permanent. Poet's Quell. Well, that's a good one. Sudden Breakthrough is cool too. So let's attack with the Dust Speaker. This pumps too. Jeez, that's good. Nothing to exile. I'm just going to take the value now. Take the value and run. They lose a first year, they lose a Make Your Mark. Worth it, in my opinion. Who knows, maybe they'll attack into the Dust Speaker and I'll get some Omega value with this Kelpie Guide. Because I can just block it. They might forget that. No, they're reading cards. I probably take it. I think they're right. I think it's better for us to get free spells off the top here. I mean, you can get lands. It's just too important. We need this stuff. Wait, can I not play lands off of it? You may play those cards. Oh, I have to deal damage first. I'm like, what's going on? No, that's fine. So, how do we want to do this? Guess we just do the Shredder. Do I really want to lose Shock, though? I guess. Let's do this. Might have to take another hit here. Not my favorite. I mean, they're winning the race, but I think this is fine. I'm actually not going to use the Shredder on the Shock. Feels much better to just do the Dust Speaker and get free spells, in my opinion. Well, Trickster helps there, but let's get him with Dust Speaker. Exile Shock. I mean, we're getting 2 free spells each time, and it's nuts. It's just so good. So, we can leave up the Sudden Breakthrough. And I think we do. Because it eats up 2 of their mana to re-equip their Eager First Year. And then I can just block with Tome Shredder. I'd rather keep the Flyer. Although I could probably go either way on that, but... Do I not have any more? Alright. So I have to play a thing in order to even use... It's not worth it. I think I just get in with the Dust Speaker and the Trickster. It's got to be a tempting block. They don't want to do it though, which is fine. So instead we're going to go Trickster. And we're going to keep Apprentice tap, so they have to pay 2 of their valuable resources to re-equip. And then we can go Historian, and I can leave up Sudden Breakthrough once again, in case they want to get spicy with me here. So now at least I can block with Historian, so if they have like a 2-for-1 value play, at the very least, I'm getting my Historian in the graveyard so I can get it back. We're going to get him real good with this play. Potentially. Unless I'm mistaken on... No, I'm going to get him insanely good here. Attacking there too. Wow. Alright. I don't think that's going to work. didn't even have to block that one there, but... Wow. Ardent Dust Speaker is just insane. Well, I don't think this is good enough. Which is crazy, because Poet Squill is kind of a nuts card. So the fact that we're handily winning this game is pretty crazy. Although they were, in their defense, they were mana screwed like the whole game. So 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, one short? You're kidding me. Is that right? So probably leave one of our 4/4s back then. Wait, I did have lethal? How did I do my math wrong? I don't know, but I did. Did my math completely wrong. Could have sworn. Could have sworn. Four, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17. Did I say 15? Somehow I turned 3 into 1? I honestly don't know what happened. Must have lost my marbles. No more spells to grab. Okay. Cool. So we got game 1. Still don't have much of a sideboard. They're going for a cool, like, they've got a cool deck. Bunch of multiple Defiant Strikes, which is nuts because Defiant Strike is a, you know, one of the Mystical Archive cards. So the fact that they have a bunch of cool Mystical Archive cards in there. And then it's just going off with Magecraft. We have some good instant speed stuff for that. The Befuddlers might actually be good here because all their stuff doesn't really buff toughness, just buffs power. So if we can kill their little dudes, we're probably okay. But what am I losing for that? You could see the argument for dropping the effigies. Like, I feel like they can aggro us down pretty good. I could see maybe dropping one of these, dropping one of these. They're both very good, but if we bring in the Befuddlers, we just have, like, 2-drop removal spells for their Silver Quill Apprentices, for their Eager First Year things. Probably. To a certain extent, somewhat. Maybe. I might be wrong. We'll find out. I feel like my late game's probably good enough, though. Yeah, we got to keep this. Nothing crazy, but we have like our in-game stuff here. We have that Dust Speaker, which is rapidly becoming one of my pet cards in this format. And then we immediately rip a 2-drop, which is sweet. How many cards did Dust Speaker say that like see extra that game? Was it 6? Was it something nuts like 6 cards? I think it was. Well, that's one way to deal with it. I mean, certainly not the end of the world. I'd still rather them expel my illustrious historian than like a ardent Dust Speaker, so I'm okay with that. Well, I think they got a grip full of removal, but I'm gonna play the Dust Speaker since it's the only creature we have at the moment, until we can get this masterpiece online. Otherwise, I have no idea what they have in their hand. Otherwise, all right, they got us. Well, 2 more lands and we're in Elemental Masterpiece territory. In the meantime, we've got an absolute grip full of removal. I don't really want to shock a 2/1. Pest summoning. All right. All right. Trickster, that's cool. Let's do the Trickster. Tap down the 3/3 pass. And then bash with the 4/4s here. And then we can even Enthusiastic Study. Oh, I see. So they'll buff it, and then I can study. And we'll get fractal summoning. What a weird hand we have. Well, that's pretty smart. All right. Well, overall, ended up going 2-1. I thought our deck wasn't anything crazy, but we got to play with some fun cards. Passed a counter spell for a mythic, though. That dragon that we got is insane. 4 mana, 3/4. Generate a treasure. Huge upside. Great card. And yeah, really not bad. Cool deck. We got to try out those elemental masterpieces. One regret, the heated debate instead of the... I mean, how many 7-drops can a deck run? That's a good question. I really like this Dust Speaker a lot, by the way. Got a real good feeling about that Dust Speaker. I'm glad we got to win one game off the Access Tunnel as well. So let's take a look at the packs we got here. We got... What did we get? We got Tempted by the Auric. We got to play with that before. What would I take out of this pack? I mean, it's not an actual pack, so it's tough. I mean, I think this is certainly a playable card. If I had the choice of these other cards, I think this Wrangler is quite good. Turn instants into +1/+1 counters on any creature you control. I feel like it's a 5 mana 3/3, but that's a huge upside. I'd probably go Wrangler. I've got a good feeling about that card in this format. Tainted Pact. Exile top card of your library. You may put the card in your hand unless it has the same name as another card. Exiled this way. Repeat this process until you put a card in your hand or exile 2 cards with the same name. I see. Probably not much of a limited card, I would think. Venerable War Singer. I mean, if you get 2 lands, you're just done. So probably not too much of a limited card because you have to pay life each time too. Wait, you don't even have to pay life? It's kind of cool, actually, but probably still not very limited playable. I would think it's pretty tough to make this go off and successfully. War Singer, Vigilance, Trample, Spirit Cleric. Deals combat damage to a player. Return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, that's cool. That's insane. So Vigilance Trample gets in on your opponent for 3, and then you just return stuff too on top of that? What? That's good. I like this Aerialist. Flying and Ward. Good matchup there. I think this Reconstruct History is highly playable. Not a big fan of the Transformation, but who knows? Maybe sometimes. And... Ooh, Kasmina. Well, there's a cool one. Scry, spit out fractal things. Find instant sorceries that share a color with this planeswalker. Exile it, shuffle, cast a card without paying its mana cost. Kind of cool. It's cheap, and it scries and can spit out fractals at some point, so pretty good. Zimone is great. Obviously, I would take Kasmina because planeswalkers, but otherwise, I'd probably take Zimone. Actually, there was a heated debate in there. Probably take the heated debate. I'd still definitely take Kasmina just for planeswalker value, but Uvilda. So, exile instant or sorcery, put 3 home counters on it. This card's exile, remove a home counter, cast it. What is going on? Exile card in your hand, instant sorcery. If it's exiled, so then it makes it almost like gives it suspend. And if then the last one's removed, you can cast it for 4 less. That's kind of cool. The other has Nasari, so 5 mana, 4/4, exile top card of each opponent's library. You can cast those spells, and you can spend... Wow. Yeah, I think I like Nasari more than Uvilda, but those are both really cool cards. Otherwise, we've got to try out the Quintorius before. Very cool. And Otherwise, I haven't tried out too many of these other cards. But yeah, if I'd snap pick that, otherwise I'd probably go Quintorius. You can, especially early, I feel like you could build around it. All right, well, this is going to be a fun format. I think it is. It's an insane format. The Mystical Archive makes it crazy, but looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, we'll see you for the next one.